Hello, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Zeynep Varoglu. I'm the Senior Program Specialist in the section for Universal Access to Information at UNESCO in Paris. And it's a great pleasure for me to be here with you today. I'm going to be speaking to you about the Recommendation on Open Educational Resources, which is the only UN normative instrument in the area of openly licensed content for learning and technologies. You can find this recommendation on the UNESCO website. The easiest thing to do is to actually type in the name of the recommendation and look for it in the Legal Affairs site. That's the official website. At the end of my presentation, I will also share with you a link to the document on the UNESCO publication site. This document was adopted in 2019 and represents a UNESCO legal instrument that was adopted by consensus by the 194 member states of UNESCO. So what's inside this instrument? First of all, there's a very clear definition of what is an open educational resource according to this instrument. It's defined as any learning, teaching, and research materials in any format or medium that resides in the public domain or under a copyright that's been released under an open license that permits no cost access, reuse, repurposing, adaptation, and redistribution by others. Open license is also defined, and it refers to a license that respects the intellectual property rights of the copyright owner and provides permissions granting the public the right to access, reuse, repurpose, adapt, and redistribute educational materials. So who are the stakeholders? As you can see on the slide, it's quite a large list, and it includes the traditional educational stakeholders, as well as ICT infrastructure providers, cultural institutions such as libraries and archives, as well as publishers, the private sector, and media and broadcasting groups, amongst others. The recommendation has 5 areas of action where it provides recommendations: capacity building, policy, quality, multilingual, inclusive OER, sustainability, and international cooperation. The slide that you have before you gives you an overview of the key issues that are in each of the 5 areas. In a nutshell, the capacity building looks at providing the capacity needed to engage with OER. Policy is looking at supportive policies to support the development of OER at the institutional and, of course, governmental level. The quality, multilingual, inclusive OER looks at issues about ensuring accessibility in terms of language, in terms of ensuring that it's accessible for persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups, infrastructure for low and low bandwidth environments, and of course issues related to quality assurance. Sustainability is about business models, and international cooperation is about interregional, interinstitutional, intergovernmental cooperation in the implementation of the first 4 areas which I just mentioned. The added value of having such an instrument is that it's an intergovernmental international normative framework that's been agreed upon by 193 governments, and it's part of the policy discussions at an intergovernmental UN level. It provides a sustainable ecosystem to meet learner needs, and there is behind it, we have formed an Internet Governance Forum dynamic coalition on OER, and this is a group of everybody that is interested in terms of working in this area, implementing the recommendation. The activities that we have in this include information sharing on best practices. We have monthly updates, the development of a portal, and joint projects and initiatives. At the end of this session, of this presentation, I have the link, and we'd like to invite you all to join this OER Dynamic Coalition. And Marisol could perhaps provide further information on this Dynamic Coalition, as we're very honored to have her on the advisory group for this Dynamic Coalition. I'd like to talk to you now about a very large event that we had about 2 months ago, which was the 3rd UNESCO World OER Congress on Open Solutions in AI for Inclusive Access to Knowledge. It was held in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. This event produced the Dubai Declaration on OER, and this is a guiding framework on how the recommendation can meet the challenges from these emerging technologies in a rights-based, open, accessible, gender equity-focused manner. And it provides actionable guidelines to leverage AI for expanding knowledge sharing and implementing the 2019 recommendation. The Dubai Declaration provides guidance on how the 5 areas of the recommendation, which I provided an overview of just earlier in this presentation, can be harnessed and can meet the challenges and the opportunities of emerging technologies in AI. I have on the slide a number of summaries of what's inside this declaration. Again, I would like to invite you to read the declaration and engage with it, but I think this slide here provides you with some idea of what are the key issues that are addressed. So what's next? In 2025, we will continue supporting the recommendation and its implementation, of course. We'll also work on raising awareness and supporting the use of the Dubai Declaration to support the 2019 recommendation. And we'll also be working with the Dynamic Coalition, and some areas that we'll be working on are listed on the slide on the right of your screen and in the green box. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm leaving you with links. We'd like to invite you to join the OER Dynamic Coalition. The link to the document of the recommendation is on this site, to the OER Dynamic Coalition portal, and to the Dubai Declaration. And thank you very much for this kind invitation.